construction of a home on a hilly terrain can be a huge challenge when compared to the ones on plain ground. A completely different topography, climatic conditions, and geological challenges all make it hard to design and construct a beautiful house. The architects taking up projects in the hills have to take special measures to give the building the required structural strength while making it look chic. One such architect is Tim Ung, founder of Ung Studio. He understood that using traditional construction methods in hilly areas would not only be a challenge but cost more money, time, and do more harm to the environment. Hence, he came up with the idea of prefabricated hilltop houses. A prefabricated hilltop home is a structure that is built off-site in parts and then is shipped and assembled on site, cutting down on construction time, labor, and cost. Whereas normal houses can take years to build, these hilly homes typically take a few weeks or months to be ready and are installed with electricity and plumbing in place. Just like ready-made French fries, burgers, and pizzas, where we just have to heat it before munching them down. These prefab hilltop homes just need to be assembled at site. Unlike concrete homes, prefab homes take much less time to be built and installed. After initial design and planning consultations, your home can be ready to move in within as less as 20 days, depending on its size and requirements. Why don't we take a detailed look at the design of a minimal prefabricated hilltop house by designer Tim Ung? We will see how they start with measuring the field first, then going back to the factory where half the process of building a house is done.
Hey there, I'm Tim Ung, and today I'll show you the design of a minimal prefabricated hilltop house. To build this house, the idea is to do all the site work including utilities, foundations, posts, and a platform while the house is being built in two pieces in a warehouse. This is called prefabricated construction, where portions of a building are made off-site, shipped on big trucks, and lifted into place. Once the two pieces are in place, finishes could be applied on the interior and exterior of the house, and a wood decking could be built. For the exterior material, the hilltop cabin is envisioned to have a vertical standing seam metal panel exterior. At the corner of the house facing downhill, there's a large sliding door that opens the house to the exterior. Inside the hilltop house, there are two large bedrooms and bathrooms at both ends. As soon as we enter the house, there's a living room with an entertainment center, a sofa, a coffee table, and some storage cabinets. Adjacent to the living room is a lounge area with chairs facing towards the picturesque view down the hill. Next to the lounge is the kitchen with an island. When you're facing towards the sink, there's a beautiful view of the interior spaces and in nature through the large corner window. This hilltop house creates relaxing spaces that promotes reflection, contemplation, and rejuvenating by connecting back with nature. That's my design for a prefabricated, minimal hilltop house.
Wow, that house looks so good. Did you see how the house was constructed on a raised platform or stilts? This is mainly done to provide a flat ground for the interior portion of the house. Another cool advantage here is that water will not accumulate inside the house when it rains. You also must have noticed that the most commonly used item in the whole design was wood. Houses in hilly areas are generally made up of wood as it gives excellent thermal resistance and protects the people living in it from the cold winds. The wood also helps to maintain the desired humidity level in the house. By this time, you must have known that building houses on hilly areas is not an easy task, to say it politely. But here is another person who is trying to defy the odds of these statements. He built a tree house on a hilly area. A tree house! Oh, how exciting is the idea of living on a tree that's on a mountain!